Hello, Musto0063 back again for Mega Man Day in the Limelight Part 2. Last time we took out Metal Man and Heat Man, playing as Elec and Ice respectively. I'm going to be kicking off this video with Fire. And I'm going to be taking on the perfect run obstructing bastard that is Airman. Fireman, much like Elec and Ice, is reasonably similar to Mega Man. So I appreciate that's now the three Robot Masters who are rather similar to Mega Man out of the way first, and apologies for that, but it's just the way it's kind of worked out. His jump is a little bit higher than Mega Man, so about the same height as both Elec and Ice. And his weapon, Firestorm, you can see it here, and you can shoot out 2 on screen, as opposed to the Thunder Beam from Elec 1 on screen, and Iceman's Ice Slasher. It shoots out horizontally, so again, very similar to Mega Man and indeed Elec and Ice, as we've already seen. He would be a good potential choice as a first stage, or as a first character to use, and this being a first stage to go after, if it weren't for the fact that this stage is a complete bugger. I say that because you will kind of see, I guess you'll kind of see as we kind of go along, but you spend a lot of time mucking around, waiting for things to happen. Airman stage just normally is full of, you know, bottomless pits, so there's a constant threat of instant death, and yeah, it can just be a bit of a pain to get through. We've already seen the gimmick to, or one of the additional uses of the Firestorm, in that when you shoot it, these pippies are part of the problem as well, is that when you shoot it over certain icons, and you can kind of see, you'll be able to tell, you should be able to tell easily which ones they are, the Firestorm over them, you will, platforms will rise up. So let me try and fake out the, oh, they smash against the platform as well, good to know. What I'm trying to do here is lure the pippies so that they break apart over gaps, or that they fall down gaps, because I do not want the bloody pippies breaking apart. They are incredibly annoying to hit with Firestorm, in the sense that you only get a certain number on screen at a time, and yeah, they're a hell of a thing to try and avoid or try and hit if they split open. So yeah, that's why I'm doing my level best to try and either hit the pippy early or try and space myself so that when the pippy drop the eggs, they fall in pits. I do not want the eggs flashing open. Coming open like that. Yay! Yay for terrible positioning. The clouds up above also don't help, in the sense that they hide enemies. They also hide the pippy and the eggs and whatnot. So yeah, this level, as I said, is a pain. Haven't quite got to the bit yet where we're waiting around, messing around for platforms to circle back into a nice position, but still. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, the pits and everything as well just make things really friggin' obnoxious. Not so bad in the first half, although I have lost quite a lot of health, believe me. It was good there, we got some additional health there, because I'd say I was certainly coming around to needing that. But yeah, whoa. I imagine I will probably lose quite a bit of health in this later bit. Oh, and this bit in particular, not necessarily from a health point of view, but this bit is just the very definition of the height of tedium. These platforms are particularly slow moving. We can't actually hit this lightning lord yet either. We have to dodge its projectiles from above, and we also have to get enough height, obviously, to get up to be able to hit it. We then have to try and take it out quickly. And if I don't take it out, I'm going to miss my chance, as I have done, and now we're going to have to wait for that platform all over again. So, yeah, I really wish that I'd been able to get on that and go, because now I'm kind of stuck here, waiting for that platform to go all the way back over to the right, all the way back over to the left, and then we'll progress. Also, these bloody small enemies that this air ticky is shooting out are not helping any. But oh, if you thought that was tedious, depending on how the timing went there, we could be even more. Hanging around for even longer here. As you can see, there's nowhere to go. I am pretty much at the mercy now of messing around, doing absolutely nothing, waiting for a ginormous section. Thankfully, they're coming back into view, but you'll see how long this section is. And believe me, given how long this section is, that actually wasn't as long as a wait as it could have been. But yeah, I do feel like this stage probably is one of the worst designed in the game, in the sense that you are just you could just constantly be waiting for stuff to happen. Very careful here. I'm also going to try to be very careful when jumping up, because you will hit your head on the bottom of the platforms, as you kind of saw there. It kind of like glitched through it, but yeah, if you're not careful, you can hit the oh, I can't believe I made that. Hit the bottom of the platform and lose all your height and be absolutely stuffed. Thankfully, we are nearing somewhat the end. We just have these fan things, which can be really obnoxious again. Oh, and I'm going to have to wait an eternity now for this bloody Lightning Lord. We are thankfully at the very end, but yeah, now it's going to have to wait for these platforms to cycle up again. And we have one really irritating Lightning Lord, sorry, not Lightning Lord, fan feed right at the end here. It's going to try and knock us off a platform. We have no way of hitting it, so we just got to kind of like continually move backwards to the left, and we'll see it when it comes back on screen. Apologies, like I said, a lot of waiting around. I'm having to wait for one more platform to come into view. Yeah, we have to kind of continually walk to the left to try and not get blown off. We're also going to have to realise when we're going to stop getting blown to the right, such that I don't then hold left and zoom off the other end of the platform. And it's not immediately intuitively obvious when that point is. So here we go. Once I get past the edge of this platform, it's going to start sucking me, so I will move over to the edge of the left. And now, as you can see, I think it hopefully is when he kind of goes off screen, but yeah, that's incredibly easy to mess up. And I can't believe I actually got through the level that straightforwardly without losing quite as much health. Or without losing more health. Anyway, here's Airman. You'll see here that his pattern is sort of completely, or not completely different, but reasonably different from the original fight. He's still an incredible douche. I'm not doing terribly well here with my manoeuvres and everything like that, but oh god, sometimes the bloody patterns that he shoots out for these tornadoes just are, again, obnoxious. By shooting Firestorm at them, they speed up, and I got hit a whole lot there, and thankfully I didn't take as much damage to the level as I thought I might do, because that was a terrible showing on Airman, but still, the patterns of his tornadoes, he can still be king of the douches. But yeah, one down. So, for my second stage of this one, if I can actually see the cursor, I'm having trouble seeing it, so I've got to go down the stage there. I'm going to be playing as Bomb, and goody oh goody, we're going to have to go through Quick Man stage. So, a brief demonstration initially off the bat. Bomb Man is able to throw one bomb. It always kind of goes in this arc. I don't believe that you can actually alter the direction it takes. And he's actually kind of a fun character to play as. And as you can see here, one of his gimmicks is that he can also blow up these kind of gates. But yeah, you'd kind of think, playing Quick Man's level, that yeah, oh god, we have got the bloody lasers. But in actuality, this is a really actually kind of fun level. Probably one of the yeah, most fun of the lot. It doesn't go on for ages. It doesn't kind of go on unnecessarily. There's not really anything terribly cheap, amazingly enough. Given that you think you're dealing with, you know, quick lasers, insta-kill ones, by the way. That was kind of annoying, that bloody fire enemy springing me from behind, but yeah, oh well. Yeah, amazingly you'd think Quick Man, there'd be a lot of cheap death, but not quite so much. You need to know a little bit of where you're potentially where you're going with the you know, the drop-down laser sections, but I don't think it's anywhere near as difficult as the original version from Mega Man, you know, from Mega Man 2. So yeah, this bit probably being, well, actually no, there was miles more time and room there than I thought there might otherwise be. But yeah, this bit, I mean, it's immediately obvious where you need to go, and yeah, I really don't think the quick laser section is too troublesome at all, really. And we're pretty much there, actually, pretty much. I think we've got, this is the end screen. Muck around a little bit here trying to get rid of this enemy from a distance. Yay, good. Get rid of that as well. Might as well go into the boss with as much energy as I can muster. It's a much easier fight, methinks, from memory, than the original. But yeah, why not go in with as much as possible? That was a fairly painless level. Quickman is still quick, unsurprisingly, but he's a lot slower than he was, and until I messed up there, I'm just doing a reasonable job. He seems to have some kind of a predictable, reasonably enough predictable pattern here with how he's going to move. He usually throws 2 sets of boomerangs, so one like this, and then another one that will be, if you let him do it. Yeah, and I can try and, what I'm supposed to do there is jump over him, which I failed to do, but as you can kind of see, he sort of has a reasonably predictable pattern. He does deviate a little bit. Sometimes he throws 3 boomerangs in one set for making his way from one side of the screen to the other, but a lot more predictable than the original fight from Mega Man 2. Yeah, Fireman stage took up, or Airman stage playing as Fire took up all the time there, didn't it? I told you Bombman's, playing through Quickman stage as Bombman is fairly fun, fairly quick, and not that difficult. It's, Airman stage that is the bugger, just from having to wait around for all the platforms. But anyway, that's another 2 Robot Masters done, and I hope you'll join me next time for the final 2, or playing as the final 2 Robot Masters in part 3. Until then, cheerio.